Hey everyone, Spencer Ross coming back to you live again. And welcome back. But if you've been watching or following the Facebook group here at TEFL or at TtMadrid, you will have noticed that an interesting article has just dropped. And if you had the chance to read it, great. If not, that's fine. I'm actually going over that right now and going over the 10 tips that they mentioned to survive the course, go over my experience doing the TEFL course, and then at the end throwing in a few extra tips of my own from my own experience. So settle into, and here we go. So if you open the page, first thing you'll notice, the number one thing, and it actually makes sense, the number one tip they have is to be organized. Now, myself, I've always considered myself a very organized person, typically. But be prepared, you guys. This is an organization of not just your life, but papers. So you're going to be getting a lot of projects, papers, especially when you create your own material for your classes. So get ready to maybe buy a binder. I think that's one thing that I wish I would have done right away in the beginning, is bought a binder with some folders and kept everything nice, neat, and organized, because at the end of the course, you actually have to turn your projects in an organized manner. So might as well start doing it right away in the beginning. But hey, Carol, how are you doing? Good to see you. Second one is caffeine. And so this always hits in the feels, because first off, before I even moved here to Madrid, I took a couple of years off from coffee. I was kind of doing a lot of coffee at work, things like that. And I was like, no, I'm just going to go to green tea, a little bit more natural. But you'll need the coffee. I started drinking coffee again once I got here, and the amazing thing is they give you free coffee in the break room. And if coffee's not your style, it's something you don't like, I would recommend trying the English tea. That's something that got introduced to me while I was here, and my gosh, is it fantastic or what? You just a little tea, some milk, and a little sugar, and I'll tell you what, I'm now half British. So third thing, is stationery. And this just means office supplies, you guys. Come prepared. Come with some pencils, pens, notebooks. Like I said, you're going to be taking a lot of notes. The first week of class, the first week of the course out of the 4 weeks, you'll notice that it is a very long day. So you're there typically at 9:30, and you're there until around 6 p.m. at night a lot of times. And since it's the first week, you're not actually doing any teaching or any lessons. So you'll just be in classes a lot. And in those classes, you're going to be taking notes. You'll need these notes for the actual test at the end of the course. So, just come prepared, get ready, and, have all that stuff, so you don't have to be the guy that goes to your person sitting next to you like, hey, you got an extra pen for me? So come ready. Next thing is a support network. And, I think that's very, very important to have as well. Personally, when it comes to a support network, I found that I was sufficient with just the friends and the people I've met here. The cool thing is, when you come to Madrid, when you start doing this TEFL course, the one thing that you find is everyone here is kind of in the similar mindset as you, as in the point of they want to travel, they wanted to try something new, they had the faith to take a jump, to take a leap, move somewhere completely new and start something that they might not know too much about. So you're all in the same boat, you're all starting in the same position. So, lean on each other. That's a great support network right there. Of course, you have hopefully your family back home, your friends, but my recommendation is lean on each other. Lean on the ones that you meet in the actual course with you, because they're going to be going through the same thoughts, same struggles as you are. So, next one, ask for help. That's pretty self-explanatory, guys. I can't say enough about the staff at TtMadrid. When I took the course, and even through all the people taking the course so far, everyone has told me that the staff is incredible, and I can back that up as well. The staff is always there for you whenever you need something, whenever you need questions. They're more than willing to help you out on anything. So make sure you use that. Hey, Christina. What was my favorite thing about the 4-week course, aside from meeting some of your best friends? Well, you took away the number one thing I liked about it. Wow, gosh, that's really, really tough. I think meeting the people is definitely, you mentioned it, it's one of the best things I liked about the course. The other thing, my other favorite thing about the course was maybe the grad party at the end. That was a lot of fun. At the end of the course, guys, after the 4 weeks, you guys have earned it. You guys earned a chance to, relax and have some fun. And so you have a grad party, and a lot of times the old graduates from other courses will come to the party as well. It's in a specified location, and that's a ton of fun. If you're wanting something more on the less of the social side, I think the number one thing I took away was just being prepared. I felt really prepared to actually start teaching after the 6 lessons that I actually had to teach in front of Spaniards in the course. Carol, what did I find most challenging about the course? That's also a good question. I think maybe time management a lot of times, just from the standpoint of you get a lot of projects right away. Me personally, I was actually working for 3 years in sales before I came out here to Madrid. So I know there's some people that might come take the course that have immediately came right after college, or maybe you've been out in the workforce for a while on your own, just like me, or even longer, and now you're trying to do something new. The thing that was different was you come back into basically a class setting. So if you've been in a classroom in a while, it might take a second to get used to it and remember, how to manage your time to successfully, complete projects, to be prepared for your classes, prepared for your lessons. So the time management, I think, was probably the most challenging for me, just because of the fact that I personally hadn't been in a classroom setting for so long. But Carol, Christina, thank you so much. Great questions. Next thing they mention is an alarm clock. Now, this is very important, you guys, because one thing they will stress in the very beginning is do not come late. If you come late, unfortunately, it's, you're tough luck. You're going to have to come back in another course just to make up for that time that you missed. Obviously, they're not trying to fail you guys. They're not trying to make you guys come back. They want the best for you, and they're going to work with you as much as they can. But there is so much that you're trying to teach you, and you have to learn in this short period of time because they condensed it into 4 weeks, that it is important to be there early. So, my recommendation, my tip is, if you can, come early. And I say early, I say come before the course starts. Get into Madrid a few days early, maybe a week early. Get rid of that jet lag, the feeling there, so you're well rested. And I would use the metro and find out where the school is. Look for the school, at least find it. It can be difficult to find if you've never looked for it before, so I definitely recommend doing that. And that way you don't have to worry about or sweat it the very first morning, like, shoot, which building is it? Where's it at? I don't have Wi-Fi yet. I don't have a phone. How do I get there? What's a metro? I don't even know. So get that all figured out, squared away, then you'll be good to go from the beginning. Next is making time for yourself, and it's pretty self-explanatory to that end. For me, I've always been a big goer of working out, exercise, the gym. So I found a gym here. Luckily, they show movies in English too. If you want to go watch some movies to relax. One thing I would give you advice on is when it comes to making time for yourself, enjoy yourself. You're in Madrid. Go out, have drinks on the weekend. But on weekdays, I had the mistake of doing it. I went out on weekday before, and you guys, I felt it the next morning. So, not that you can't do it, but enjoy your time, of course. But if you have a class the next day or to teach, maybe limit it to that one drink or that one Tinto de Verano. And if you don't know what that is, once you get here, make sure you try Tinto de Verano. It's pretty amazing. Next, laptop, guys. I had a laptop. It was kind of heavy, bulky. So, with all the papers and the laptop, all things you have to lug around constantly, my recommendation is invest in a nice book bag. Get a nice book bag or a nice satchel, because Indiana Jones made those really, really important and pretty fashionable. I had a satchel for a while. I was like, no, I got to switch to a book bag because it was just hurt my one shoulder. So get a nice book bag, guys. It'll be worth it. You're really going to enjoy it because especially when you start going into the teaching world, you're going to be traveling a lot on metros, walking. So having something that you can support and carry all the utensils and things you need for your lessons, it's going to help you on the long run. So do that. Get it right away. Have a nice book bag, and you'll be set. Food. I don't know really much to say on this because I love eating food, and so I could never forget a meal. But guys, there's going to be so many new foods here that you might want to get some groceries, get things done, because you don't know what things you might like or might not like, or you might have a bad reaction to sometimes. So get here early, get some groceries, make some lunches of your own. That way, you have the energy throughout the day. If you get hungry, you have snacks. They have a fridge in the kitchen, so you can put all your stuff in there, and you can store everything. But lastly, you guys, let's keep it in perspective. Like I mentioned multiple times, it is 4 weeks. It's an intensive 4 weeks because they have compacted it and they put it all into these 4 weeks, so you can be ready and get out into the actual teaching world as soon as possible. The support system there is amazing, but the first week, as I mentioned, guys, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of classroom time. Second, third, and fourth week, that's when you start doing 2 actual lessons in front of Spaniards each week. And so I recommend, just getting ready for these 4 weeks and being mentally prepared. Try to get your partying done beforehand or save it for afterhand. Reach out to your parents beforehand. Say, hey, you know what, guys? Maybe I won't be able to talk to you guys here for next week, or your friends, family members, whoever it is. But that, to me, is about it, you guys. I hope that it was helpful, just sharing my experience. Again, if you guys have any questions about anything else that's more specific about the course, any other questions maybe about something I may have failed to mention, or other tips that are just hopefully some recommendations, feel free to reach out, shoot a text to me or a message on Facebook. Go ahead and like this post again, guys. And again, if you have any questions, I hope to hear from you soon. But thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you around. Take care.